Greetings, gentle viewers. I am your host, Sarcophagus, yes, here to welcome you once again to the Cinetomb, the place where bad films get a second chance to meet their doom. Yes, and we have a doozy for you today, yes. We're going to take on... Lillian, not now, you bloody beast! I'm right in the middle of something! Thank you. Now, of course, this one in particular is a rather noteworthy entry in the Tarzan saga. Yes, this in particular was made on the heels of the success of the Johnny Weissmuller films. There were multiple films around this time period that were trying to cash in on the success of Johnny Weissmuller, Maureen O'Sullivan, and Edgar Rice Burroughs properties. And there was a little confusion on the rights to these, to the character, and therefore multiple films came out at once, movie serials, etc., all concerning the character. However, MGM had the exclusive rights, and through a little bit of a stabocle and a whoopsie on a few other people's parts, we wound up with today's feature, starring Buster Crabbe, best known by the moniker of Flash Gordon from the Universal film serials. Yes, he did a few other little heroic roles throughout his career. However, the role of Tarzan was, by his own admission, one of the worst. And we're going to check it out right now. But first, of course, we need to dig it up. And here we are at the crypt. And of course, just like last time, we must be proper. Knock. Well, someone's there. Hello? Yeah, hello. Can I have... No? False alarm. Let's see. Now, this is a silent film. Alright, let's... Must have been a possum. Let's see. Found it. Yes. Dropped it. Oh. This is our feature film, Tarzan the Fearless. Originally, it was going to be part of a serial. It was going to be Serialized Adventures of Tarzan. However, due to a few executive decisions by the producers, it was transformed into a simple film with a lot of notoriety attached to it. And we're going to find out why. Are you ready? Wonderful! Mr. DeVille! Roll 'em! Oh wait, you need a movie first. I'm coming!
It's easier to die than to live.
Children of the night, what music they make.
Your blood will turn white. Your face will turn green. Your eyeballs will pop with pressure. Because our doomsday shows the living end. Hoard your strength. Take a shot. You're gonna need an awful lot. When you see our shocker pictures, souls terrified.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
You asked for it.
Mr. DeVille. Mr. DeVille! Ah, there it is.
this trek is too much for you, Mary.
Nothing could be worse than waiting at Durango for news of Dad.
I could have handled a search for him.
I know, Bob. To be left alone at Durango. Oh, I'd go mad.
I'm slowly going mad with these guides. I don't like them. Tarzan! Tarzan, come here! Tarzan! You take letter to my daughter. My daughter! In Durango.
We'll have to break through.
Hey, up now!
Come!
Hackers!
Push you!
And here's another delay.
Hey, Jeff. When do we ditch this bunch and start looking for that lost emerald mine?
We don't need their company and supplies anymore. Careful. We're in the Uganda country, Miss Brooks, where your father disappeared.
But these delays, Jeff.
Oh, there are always delays in the jungle, as Nick and I know only too well.
Why, sure. He's telling you the truth, lady.
I wonder.
Let me shoot. Look.
What's the plastic rope? Mamini! Tarzan!
Encho! Apenas! Encho!
What's wrong?
They say this Tarzan country. Wild white men live around here.
Well, what do they mean, Bob?
Just one of 1,000 jungle legends. Something about a wild white man raised by AIDS.
A wild white man raised by AIDS.
Hooey!
You don't believe the story, do you, Jeff?
I heard the story. I heard it once in London. Anyway, we better camp here for tonight. Hunger, up with the tent. Where did that scream come from? Why, Mary Brooks! I know, you fool, but where is she?
Are you Tarzan? My picture? Then you see my father. My father. Why don't you answer my question? come into camp. Maybe Abdul can speak your language. Oh, please take me to camp.
Who was that?
It was Tarzan. He brought a note from Dad. Give me your jacket, Bob.
Here.
Was that the ape man?
Yes. He saved my life, yes.
Your father's directions are very clear. Why, by sundown tomorrow, he'll be safe with us.
Hey, what's all this hooey about an ape man? It's no hooey, my friend. What a break for us.
What do you mean, break?
You taught me the word. How would you like to collide with 10,000 pounds?
Of what?
Money, you numbskull, which you call dough.
Hey, listen. If this guy Tarzan knows where there's that much dough, why don't he buy himself a pair of pants?
Sorry, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. Part of the film reel came unwound. Well, yeah, you take care of it. Whatever. Anyway, so yes, you know what, this is actually a wonderful time to talk a little bit more about our cast and crew for a moment. Hey, what was that? I have no idea. Anyway, yeah, why don't we talk a little bit more about our cast and crew for a moment, shall we? Saul Lesser, who is the producer of our film, is by no means the lesser of two evils. The man is actually responsible for many of the Tarzan tropes that we know and associate with the character to this day. If you don't believe me, man made 16 Tarzan films throughout his entire career. 16 of them! I mean heavens. No wonder. I'm literally wrapped in the... I'm getting distracted. But yes! So yes, 16 of them! Well, technically 14. Remember, this was actually not supposed to be a feature. It was supposed to be a made-for-TV... it was actually supposed to be a movie serial. And then, if you do include a made-for-TV movie called Tarzan and the Trappers, then it bumps up to 16. So, that. Now, as for Jacqueline Wells, who plays the not-quite-Jane, you know who I'm talking about, she actually did a multitude of things throughout her entire filmography, including crime noir, westerns, romance, even horror. Yes. In fact, if she looks familiar to you, it's because you've seen the Universal film The Black Cat, in which she is menaced not only by Bela Lugosi but also Boris Karloff in one of their rare team-up films. So, there you have it. Now, what about Tarzan himself, you ask? Well, I'm glad you did. Now, the whole reason that Buster Crabbe got the job is again, technical difficulties. But the whole reason he got the job is because he had already played a Tarzan mockbuster, King of the Jungle, in which he played Casper the Lion Man. And he enjoyed the project a lot. It's actually one of the reasons he actually signed on for this particular one in the first place. He already had a little bit of experience. He knew there's going to be a lot of action, and he could do his own stunts and all the other goodies that he was used to. However, poor man hated production. He absolutely loathed it. He thought the script was egregiously terrible. The chimp, Cheetah, which was actually taken directly from the MGM films, hated him. In fact, kept biting him. Which is actually humorous because the original Cheetah didn't like Maureen O'Sullivan and kept biting her. Maybe it's trying to tell you, get out while you still can, folks. But the lion actually had no teeth, apparently, and the elephant they had actually retired from the circus. But yet, on record, Buster Crabbe said out of all the versions of Tarzan that have ever existed, mine was the worst. That's a quote. He says, but the kids loved it. So, there's that. At least the man's pragmatic about it, am I right? Huh? You got it? Yeah, take the rest of it. Yeah. Come down here, then. Oh. Well, folks, I'll be right back with the rest of our feature. Yeah, I'm coming.
You're Tarzan?
Huh?
I've come a long way to find you. Does this mean anything to you?
Huh?
Wait, I want to talk to you.
Oh, Bob!
Jeff, what was it?
Oh, I thought it was Tarzan. But I guess I was mistaken. We better join the others.
From your father's description, this must be the hut. Mary, be careful!
Dad! Oh, Daddy! Oh, Dad, don't hide. His father's cut, but he's gone.
Here's a clue. Your father's writing. There's something about a temple and a treasure chamber. Look, here's a map showing the way.
Hey, that's better than getting Tarzan, ain't it? Your grammar is villainous, but you've got the idea.
That's what it means. Rescued by Tarzan.
And then caught again. We must reach that temple before it's too late.
Oh, Bob, don't.
There, honey. We'll find him, never fear.
But everything is so mysterious, so terrible. But even the elements.
Now, honey, get hold of yourself. Now, you stay here. Please try to get some rest here. I'll go see to the barracks. That's a brave girl.
We'd better get our stuff under cover.
Where in the world did you come from?
Mary!
Don't, Bob! This is Tarzan! My father. Do you know where he is?
Hey! Let's take the map and go after the emerald.
Oh, the map page is torn out.
Oh. But you ain't got no idea who took it.
I got an idea you got us both in the mess by stealing this book. I must apologize for Nick. He has such taking ways.
He's telling you the truth, lady.
Your father's diary, unopened.
I thought something like this might happen, Jeff. So I took the map page off. Here's the map that Dad used, and it may lead us through.
The white pearl is unharmed. She will bring us a fortune in gold. Abdul!
Watch for my signal.
Abdul! Hurry up. We're leaving at once. Give the order to pack.
Yes, master. Ready, Harper, ready, Harper.
Where is my hat? We're leaving at once for the cave of my father.
Yes, mistress. This will confuse them. It will lead to the caves of Zar while we go north.
Here is the white pearl I promised, Master.
Look, here's a page from Brooks' diary. Cave people have captured Mary, too. Come on. This looks like a used trail, but the map says that way.
Hey, if you ain't satisfied, why don't you let Jeff take a look from that ridge over there?
Good idea. What in the world happened?
Nick Moran.
Oh, I was a fool to leave you alone with him.
He stole that map. Here's my wallet. The map was in it.
It was in it. He's right. Anyway, the wallet shows us we're on the right trail. Here's your map, Bob. Poor Nick. What price emerald? Well, we'd better make it tough for the jackals to get him.
Oh, thank you, Tarzan. That used to be mine.
Mine.
That's mine.
That. Mine.
I hadn't thought of that.
Now, originally, this was actually going to be a 12-part film serial. However, they decided to do it with a bit of a twist, you see. Yes. What they did was they put the first few chapters together as one coherent film. And then the subsequent chapters would be then released on a week-by-week basis. It was the idea, honestly, was supposed to revolutionize how serials were viewed. But there's a caveat to that. Communication is not what it is now, meaning that they didn't have the ability to ensure that the correct information was distributed. It was all done on good faith practice, and if you've ever worked retail, you should know there's no such thing as good faith practice. Well, in this particular case, the movie theaters did not tell the patrons, the people going to go to see this, that it was only part of a continuing story. They thought that when they sat down for an hour, the whole 60 minutes, that was the entire film, with a lackluster ending, nothing got resolved, all of that. Stop that. And so it left them very hollow. They didn't understand what was going on. Well, this forced Saul Lesser, the producer of this particular film, to really fast rush a re-edit that included more from the additional bits and extended it by an additional 25 minutes, making the entire runtime approximately 1 hour and 25 minutes in length. However, I cannot confirm this. It's days like these I really wish I had a time machine. I could go back and verify these things for you. Unfortunately, I don't have one here in the tomb. But if you know someone who has one, maybe someone get me in contact with Bob Burns or something. Eh? What? Oh, yes, of course. Yes, of course. Lillian would like me to talk about something rather peculiar about today's Tarzan feature. If you notice, the yell doesn't seem quite right. I mean, of course, normally we are used to Tarzan, and whenever he yells like this. But instead, we get more of a, well, it almost sounds like a bugle. It's so, why is that? Well, this is actually the more accurate version. I'll explain. You see, this is actually based on the James Pierce version of the Tarzan yell. He actually originally did it in the radio series, although he had already played the character once before in the silent film Tarzan and the Golden Lion. Which, strangely enough, is the only Tarzan film, well, I'll rephrase that, one of the few Tarzan films in which Tarzan uses a bow and arrow. Think about that for a moment. Very strange, yes. However, Pierce had actually recently married Edgar Rice Burroughs' daughter. Edgar Rice Burroughs, for those not in the know, is actually the author of Tarzan. And so James and actually the whole reason they married each other is because Edgar thought that James Pierce physically looked the best out of all the actors to ever play Tarzan. He said in his mind that's what Tarzan looked like was James Pierce. So, I am trying to do this. You want me to inform these poor souls, then let me do it. Sorry. Forgot to feed her today. However, I did get a wonderful bit of advice from Bobby Monster over on Monster Movie Nights. I recommend you check out his channel. You'll find a few wonderful films and an excellent host over there as well. I'll link somewhere in the comments section. Description below the video, so do that. Where was I? Oh, yes, of course. Now, the thing about Edgar was that he had it implicitly stated in all Tarzan-related media outside of the MGM property that James Pierce would have to play the role of Tarzan. That's actually how Mr. Pierce got the radio deal in the first place. Well, Saul Lesser, our producer, bribed him. Not Mr. Burroughs, James Pierce. Said, tell you what, I'll give you $5,000, remember this is 1934, I'll give you $5,000 and a screen test with MGM if you'll relinquish the rights to the character for this one film. If you'll do that for me, yes? And of course Pierce said, well, why the devil wouldn't I? That sounds marvellous! Unfortunately, Saul was a bit of a huckster, a swindler, as it were. You see, the screen test was actually for Romeo and Juliet. Think about that for a moment, folks. That's as it... Actually, give me a second. I forgot me prop, so... Sorry. But yes, no, seriously. Imagine, if you will, that your high school football quarterback stood up on screen to do a screen test for Shakespeare. And suddenly, out of his mouth comes, "Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio." Makes you wonder why he didn't get the part, am I right? Now, this poor, unfortunate soliloquy essentially doomed the young man's career. He got a bit of a black label after that. However, that didn't... Stop it! Oh, throw the skull. Anyway, but yes, but that didn't stop him from acting at all. No, he actually played in small roles throughout the rest of his life, in fact. Strangely enough, Buster Crabbe, who plays Tarzan in this particular feature, would actually co-star with Mr. James Pearce in the Flash Gordon serials. He played one of the Mongo royalty in the feature. So it's kind of interesting to see two Tarzans together on screen. But he played many other roles. Unfortunately, the one film he never got to see get hold of a copy of was, ironically enough, his own Tarzan film. He searched his entire life for a complete copy of Tarzan and the Golden Lion, and apparently it was considered a lost film up until about 10 years after Mr. Pearce passed away, in which they finally found a completed version of the film. Very sad, actually. Think about it. It's as if your one chance at stardom. And it's not that no one remembers it. It's no one can find a copy of it. That breaks your heart, doesn't it? Well, enough about misery and hardships and swindling and all the others. We need to get back to our feature. Yes. So, without further ado, roll 'em.
God of the Emerald Fingers, another fool lured to his destruction.
Your people evidently mistook me for an enemy.
You are an enemy.
Oh, no. I am only a scientist. Dr. Brooks.
Rash fools must pay the penalty
For what?
for seeking the treasure of Zar.
I am seeking no treasure. I am simply investigating the secrets of your unknown race and religion.
Then others will come and will plunder it. Zar's secrets are sacred to Zar's children. Prepare them for sacrifice.
At least, let me send word to my daughter.
You will disappear without trace, as well as all others that come here.
Well, this is the entrance if this map is right.
No, it's got to be. We never got this far without it. Retire.
God of the Emerald Fingers. I didn't think it possible.
Oh, in Africa, even dreams come true.
It's quiet.
Right. Much too quiet. Appease the wrath of Zar with a sacrifice most pleasing in his sight. What does he mean, most pleasing in his sight?
Mary.
Ah! Where's Mary?
What? Don't you know?
Zar.
Zar? Well, that's where my father is.
Wait! I promised no one would touch those embers. I promised nothing. Do you think I'm going to turn my back on that? A fortune on every finger. Come on. We better get out of here.
Tarzan, you've saved my life again. But my daughter Mary, can you take me to her? You have the map, Bob. Take Brooks to the hut. I'll follow Tarzan.
Why, Jeff.
With good news, your father's safe at the hut.
But wait a minute, Jeff. Let me say something first.
So this is where you've been held a prisoner.
Not a prisoner, Jeff.
Oh, I understand. Do you know who this Tarzan is?
Does it matter who he is?
Everything is different now. You thought you loved Bob. Then Tarzan. You can learn to love me.
It's Tarzan!
Promise to marry me when we reach the coast, or I'll collect that 10,000 pounds.
No, I won't. No, Jeff, no. You're right, but give me time. This man has come to take me to my father.
Huh?
You mean you will take me?
Yeah. Do you think I'd leave you with this creature?
I've given you my word, Jeff. I'll keep it.
I'll see that you do. I will avenge the blasphemy. Our friends the coasters will help us. Dispatch the men. Close the jungle. Capture all aliens. Anchor! Anchor! Okupa! Danger! A shooting stammer!
Jungle radio. The savages broadcast messages for hundreds of miles. And this one means trouble. Weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Tarzan, please.
Go?
Yes, Tarzan.
No, go. Night come. Oh. Night come.
But Tarzan. But You take me to my father, Tarzan?
It's Jeff. Alone. Where's Mary? Where's Tarzan?
Listen, Tarzan. Hold those drums.
You caused all this trouble by stealing that emerald.
I'm sorry I only had time to take one. The largest emerald in the world. And flawless. Is it magnificent?
Get rid of it. Now. Mary! Oh, Mary, honey. Oh, what a day you've given us. Where have you been?
Later I'll tell you, Dad. Not now.
We must get away from here at once.
But, Dad, we must stay to warn Tarzan.
We haven't time. We start for the coast at dawn.
Seems cruel to run away after he risked his life saving ours.
Unger, see if you can round up some of the bearers. We're leaving as soon as we can. That's Bullet.
Honey, somehow I feel a lot of regrets at leaving this jungle, too.
Lots of horrible things have happened, Daddy. But
You think you found happiness? Happiness with a half-tamed jungle creature? I've kept my word and spared Tarzan's life. And you'll keep your word.
Surely you don't want a wife who doesn't love you?
It's enough that I love you.
I suspected something like this, and I'm going to find out what it's all about.
Regardless of what you think of me, I hold you to your promise.
What promise?
Perhaps Mary will tell you.
Well, it was in Tarzan's cave. Jeff had come to bring me back to you. He said he would receive 10,000 pounds for proof of Tarzan's death. And so, to save Tarzan, I promised to marry Jeff.
And you expect her to keep that promise? I certainly do.
All right, go. Now get out.
All right. I'll go.
Hold your fire! Those things are poison!
You will not escape again.
And after you've sacrificed us, others will come just the same.
No one but you knows the way to the temple.
But there's a map that shows the way. I know where that map is. We'll exchange it for our freedom.
Very well. Find the map and bring it here. Words spoken here are sacred.
You may go.
Tarzan! You're killing him!
Careful, careful, honey. Jeff.
He's not dead, Bob.
It won't be long now, Doc. Mary. Where's Mary? I can't see you.
Here I am, Jeff.
Oh. I was wrong, Mary. Trying to win you by being a rotter. I want to even up.
Yes, Jeff.
Tarzan's hurt. Not dead. A letter.
I understand you.
Tarzan is heir to a large estate in England. There was 10,000 pounds in it for clearing the title.
killing Tarzan.
Exactly.
Bob. Bob. Tarzan. The emerald. Mary. I tried for them all. And lost. Three ways.
I remember this tree. Tarzan's cave is just ahead.
But Mary, if he was badly wounded several days ago, by this time he may be...
Don't, Bob. Don't even think it. There! That's the cave.
Back up.
Oh, Daddy. What are we going to do?
I don't know, honey.
We'd better push on to Durango.
Yes. Mary, honey.
I can't go, Daddy, until I know.
I understand, honey. I understand. It will help a lot if you can send men back from Durango with supplies.
Well, what about you and Mary?
We'll stay in my hut. You must get that letter of Jeff's to England as quickly as possible.
Well, I guess it's goodbye.
You've been a great friend, Bob, and always will be.
I understand. But I'm going to keep on hoping, Mary.
No, Bob.
Well, upon my word.
You're all right? You're not hurt?
My Mary. Tantor.
No, Tarzan. Not Panther. I've got to teach you English. It's an elephant.
Tantor.
No, Tarzan. Not Panther. It's an elephant.
Tantor.
No, Tarzan. Elephant.
Yalu.
No, Tarzan. It's a chimpanzee.
Yalu.
No. Chimpanzee.
Yalu.
No. Tarzan. Well, you can call it Galu, Tarzan, but it's still chimpanzee.
Now, writing credits go to Walter Anthony, best known by today's audiences as the man who penned the screenplay for not only 1925's Phantom of the Opera, but also, with Lon Chaney, but also The Man Who Laughs with Conrad Veidt. Although he is marked in the hallowed halls of cinematic celluloid as one of the writers of the 1930 anti-war film All Is Quiet on the Western Front. So, however, remember this was actually originally designed to be a serial, meaning that there were multiple writers for various parts. 3 to be exact. There is Mr. Anthony is one, obviously, but George Plimpton is another. Now, Mr. Plimpton is credited with several highly regarded serials to his name, including I'm working on it! Heavens. Including Flash Gordon, The Phantom Creeps, with Bela Lugosi. That's a good one. I need to show that sometime. But also worked with both Superman and Batman serials. And later on he became a writer for Johnny Weissmuller in the Jungle Jim series. Which actually, strangely enough, leads us to our last writer, which is Basil Dickey. Now, Mr. Dickey also wrote famous serials, including Captain America, Flash Gordon, connection, the Captain Cody serials, The Spider, which is actually a very lesser known hero, The Crimson Ghost, personal favourite, and the very interestingly titled Dangers of the Canadian Mounted. Definitely safe to say the man knew how to write superhero stories, right? Now, the film was originally titled Tarzan the Invincible, but obviously that was simply a working title for the feature. Actually, fun fact, the Cult of Zar, the idol that they worship, and many of the costumes are actually taken directly from Boris Karloff's 1932 Universal film, The Mummy. Well, maybe I'm in here somewhere. Regardless, the serial itself, in the serialized form, is considered lost, with only this film version remaining. However, fans have gotten a hold of the original scripts, screenshots, sort of tried to piece together bits and bobbles and bops, all to try and cohese it back into its original serialized glory. They're getting close. They're not there yet, but they're getting close. So, props to you, editing wizards out there. Yes, props to you all. So, that was our feature, Tarzan the Fearless. Was it as bad as Buster Crabbe said? Or is it actually deserving to be seen again and again? I won't tell you where I stand, but I will let you tell me where you stand in the comments section below. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining me here at the Cinetomb, a place where bad films get a second chance to meet their doom. And with that, I must say good night and pleasant scream.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not panic, but scream! Scream for your lives! It's here! It's over here!
Are you ready, dear?
The mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer.
A human idiot. Stop that!
Can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?